the function is the fourth root of x minus 3 over x, and we want to differentiate. Yes, you can write it as d over dx if you want. They're identical. One thing that I would like to say is, moving forward, as we know, the square root of x prime is 1 over 2 the square root of x. We should remember, moving forward, we need this for later, that this is negative 1 over x squared. Very important to remember, because when we get to integration, when we have this, we should be able to get 1 over x immediately. So I will change this into x to 1 over 4 minus 3 over x, and when I differentiate, I bring down the power, I subtract 1 from the power. I normally don't write this in my calculus classes, but in 230 I do write it. So 1 over 4 minus 1, unless I twist them for some reason, like I did last time. So this is negative 3 over 4. So negative 3 over 4. And then, when I differentiate, so I should write negative 3 in front. But when I differentiate 1 over x is negative 1 over x squared, so I'm going to change this into plus 1 over x squared. You can leave it like this. Or rewrite it if you'd like, 1 over 4, and this is the fourth root of x to the third, and then plus 3 over x squared. Yes, you can also write it as d over dx of, which is the same thing, the fourth root of x minus 3 over x, and it's still that. Same thing. 1 over 4, the fourth root of x to the third, plus 3 over x squared. Perfect, very good question. It is a good idea to go section by section and see if you have any questions. Very good. Good, perfect, next problem. Anything else that you can think of? Please remember, you have to finish all your work in MATLAB Math with at least 60% to qualify to take the test, the midterm, a week from today. Would you like to take it on Tuesday? Better than Thursday next week. Because Tuesday I have, if not today, I have to start chapter 2. Would you prefer Tuesday, or you want to stick with Thursday? Anyone, any preference?
Thursday's fine with me.
Okay, Thursday it is. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. However, I have to start chapter 2 on Tuesday, which is not part of this test anyway. Good. Anything else? Is there anything else you would like to go back to? Other questions?
13 on 1.4.
13 on section 1.4?
Yeah, it says find the g prime of g of x is the square root of 6x.
13 on 1.4? Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't have it, but I can bring it up. So just give me the function.
G of x equals 6, or the square root of 6x. You
And
have to find g prime.
okay, so this is the square root of a function prime, which is 1 over 2 the square root of the function times the function prime. So g prime of x would be 1 over 2 the square root of 6x multiplied by the inner function prime, which is 6. And yes, I will simplify by 2. So the final answer is 3 over the square root of 6x. On Tuesday, I will still answer your questions if you have any, but I would like to go over everything we need today, if possible. Anything else?
In this how many how many questions are there?
Well, somewhere around 15.
Oh, 15.
But they may have A, B, and C, so it depends. Okay, next question. Yes?
On a Thursday, do we still log on to
No,
Zoom? Or
no,
do we
directly in HonorLog. Just please remember, if you have an Apple computer, it may not work. You may not be able to take the test. So please make sure you borrow a Windows device.
So do we need to like download it and stuff before, or we'll just work
Yes,
on it?
that is not included in the time for the test. That will not be included. Yes, you have to download it, and other students of mine recommend that you uninstall it after you finish the test, and you install it again for the final, and then uninstall it again. So they did some research, and that's what they recommend.
Is there gonna be like a practice, like type of like HonorLog test to make sure it actually works?
I can create 2 questions for you. That's not a problem. I can create 2 questions, and you'll see how it works. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Then I have to delete it because it will mess up my grading system. So I will delete it after you take the test next Thursday. Yeah, I can create it. You don't even have to enter anything because it's not going to be proctored.
Okay.
The mini test. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a good idea because I only have a MacBook, so I don't.
It's not going to work. Don't even try. That's what I said. Please borrow a Windows device for Thursday. Don't even waste your time. It's not going to work. It's because of security issues that both companies implement, and they will crash. The 2 security systems. So don't waste your time. It's not going to work. And this is a midterm, and it's extremely important.
Okay. And can you just do the practice practice one
I will create 2 questions. You don't even have to enter anything, as I promised. Yes, after class I will create that, and I will delete it after you take the test next Thursday. Yes.
Okay.
I wrote it down in my notes so I don't forget. Yes. Next question. I wrote it down. Anything else? So does this mean that we know all the material and we don't have any doubts and everything is clear then?
Can we do something relating to like tangent lines? I don't have like a problem specifically, but could we do something relating to tangent lines?
Find an equation of the tangent line to the graph of f of x equals x squared minus 2x at the point negative 2 comma 8, and this is on page 135, and I selected, I think, problem 21. 135. So in order to find the equation of the tangent line, I have to remember the equation that is called point-slope form, in which the point is given to us as being negative 2 comma 8, but I have to determine the slope. That's something I don't have, and without which I cannot determine the equation of the line. So all I have to find is f prime of x, which is 2x minus 2, and evaluate it for x equals negative 2. This is f prime of negative 2. So when I plug in negative 2, I get negative 4 minus 2, which is negative 6. So this is negative 6. At this point, I have everything I need. Y minus 8 equals negative 6. X minus minus means x plus 2. I distribute negative 6 minus 12, and I bring 8 over. I combine like terms, so the equation of the tangent line to the graph of this function at this point is y equals negative 6x minus 4. Very good topic. If you can just at least give me the topics that you would like to go over, that would be great, and then I can choose. If you don't want to choose, if you don't have anything for me. I highly recommend watch the videos and redo the problems we did in class. You will have, I will allow notes, so you can have your notes, you can have my notes, you cannot use other devices or somebody else's help or websites. But yes, you can use your notes, my notes.
Can we use MyLab Math or no?
You will, why would you do that? For what?
Like when we're taking the test, like MyLab Math, like can we use those?
I mean, I can add in the website, but why would you want to go back to that? You will have your notes. You have, if you want my notes as well.
Okay.
No, give me a good reason and I will put it in. So why would you go back to the website?
Because like there's like if there's a question on the quiz, and like if we need like if we don't have like if we don't get our notes, we can use.
But you have to have your notes.
Yeah, I know. I have the notes here with me.
Yes.
But like I also took kind of notes from MyLab Math, like examples of the problems and how they did it. Like some problems that I did, I didn't like understand.
You will not have time. You will not have time to research like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you will have time.
Okay.
So the test is an hour and a half-ish, plus minus. If you will start researching different types of problems to try to match one, you may not be able to finish. So we can talk about it. Good. Next question. Is there anything else? So is everything clear and we know everything?
On MyLab Math,
Yes, I'm ready.
it says let f be a piecewise function defined by the following, and I want you to determine the values of m and f and b,
Excellent.
and make f differentiable at x equals 1.
Excellent. And this is a perfect question. Thank you for reminding me. I have not written the test yet. So the test may be in Canvas. So far, I wrote all the tests in Canvas. So with HonorLock, Canvas does not allow me to write the function like this. I have not been able to find a way with a long brace like this and write the different pieces of the function. So do you mind giving me the function? And I'll show you how it would look like.
The first function is mx plus b if x is less than 1, and then the second function is 2x squared if x is greater than or equal to 1.
Perfect. So here is how a function like this will look in Canvas, and please make sure you understand this. My apologies. So I cannot write it like this in Canvas. It will not look like this. It will look like this. F of x is mx plus b, comma, if x is less than 1, and, which is the second branch, 2x squared, comma, if x is greater than or equal to 1. And you have to put it like this on your paper. So I will put it in uppercase so you know that this should be here underneath, but it's not going to be. Thank you. I really appreciate Joseph for giving me this problem. I would have forgotten to mention it. Okay, so don't get scared. It's this. And write it like this, one under the other. Okay. So we are given this function. We are asked to find m and b, and make it differentiable everywhere. So because I'm asked to find m and b, I have two variables. When I have two variables, I have to create two equations, one for each variable. So my first thought is this. I have a function. The function is a piecewise defined function. If the function is not continuous, it will never be differentiable. So first I have to write that mx plus b and 2x squared are continuous as polynomial functions. This I have to put in writing. Number two, this is always continuous, this is always continuous, but I don't know what happens, so continuity at x equals 1. I have no idea what happens at x equals 1. You will be required to write the definition of continuity at a point, and this is it. Limit as x approaches 1 from the left, in this case from this function, must equal limit as x approaches 1 from the right from this function, and must equal f of 1. If these three are not equal, I cannot talk about differentiability. It's not even continuous, let alone differentiable. So when I determine, so f of 1 obviously is from this branch. F of 1 is here, the equal symbol is here, so it's 2 times 1 squared is 1 times 2 is 2. So this is 2. Of course this is also 2. But now what is this? When x approaches 1, this is m. I didn't mean to write that. Allow me 1 second to mute you. Okay, so it's m times 1 plus b. So it's m plus b. Do not write x. I got carried away. So when m approaches 1, when x approaches 1, we get m plus b. So in order for the function to be continuous at 1, I have to write the equation m plus b equals 2. So this is my first equation that I obtained from continuity. Now, differentiability. So I could write f prime immediately as obviously m for x less than 1, and obviously for x greater than 1. Notice that I did not include x equals 1 yet, because I don't know. So that's my, if you want to call this step 3, differentiability at x equals 1. I don't know. So a function is differentiable if its derivative is continuous. So limit from the left of 1 from m has to equal limit from the right of 1, which is 4x. Good. The left hand side is m, the right hand side is 4, so m must equal 4. This is the second equation. Knowing that I obtained this equation from part 1 and 2, and m is 4, 4 plus b equals 2 means b equals negative 2. I will rewrite the equation, the function, and I had mx plus b. M was 4, b was negative 2 for x less than 1, and 2x squared for x greater than or equal to 1, guaranteed to be differentiable on negative infinity to infinity, or as we say, everywhere.